Hello friends, I am from Biology faculty of QLS Academy. Today we are going to learn about control and coordination in plants. I am sure you will all enjoy learning today's lesson. So let's start with our lesson of today. We see plants all around us. हम plants हर जगह देखते हैं, हमारे घर में, स्कूल में, पार्क्स में एक्सेट्रा. बट क्या सारे plants सेम साइज और सेम हाइट्स के दिखते हैं? Obviously not. Unlike animals, plants do not have any muscular system or nervous system present in them, but they are still able to show movements and also coordination. These movements are always controlled and not haphazard. Now, what is coordination in plants? Coordination is the ability to use different parts of the plant together smoothly and efficiently. Plant movements due to external stimuli are of two types, basically tropism and nastis. Movement in plants. Plants exhibit two types of movement. First is the growth dependent movements called as the trophic movements, that is towards or away from the stimulus. Second is the non-growth dependent movements called as the nastic movements, which are independent of stimulus. Now let's talk about tropisms. When the direction of external stimulus decides the direction of the response in the form of growth, it is called as tropism. Thus, trophism is the directional growth movement of a plant part. It can be in the direction of the stimulus or away from the stimulus. Therefore, if the growth of a plant is in the direction of a stimulus, it is called as positive trophism. And if the growth of a plant is in the opposite direction or away from that of a stimulus, it is called as negative stimulus. Now, there are different types of tropism. There are 5 stimuli in the environment. They are light, gravity, chemical, water and touch. These stimuli give 5 different types of tropism. First is the phototropism. When a plant part moves in response to a light, it is called as phototropism. If a stem of a growing plant moves or bends towards the light, it is positive phototropism. And if the root of a plant moves away from the light, this means the root of a plant shows negative phototropism. Second is geotrophism. When a plant part moves in response to gravity, it is called as geotropism. For examples, roots of a plant moves in a downward direction, so they show positive geotrophism, and stems moves in the upward direction, so it shows negative geotrophism. Third type of tropism is chemotrophism. When a plant part moves in response to chemical stimulus, it is called as chemotrophism. Here the stimulus is chemical. For example, the growth of a pollen tube towards the ovule during fertilization in a flower is called as positive chemotrophism. Fourth is hydrotrophism. Hydro means water. So, when a plant part moves in response to water, it is called as hydrotrophism. Here the stimulus is water. Root of a plant part moves towards the water, so they show positive hydrotrophism. Last type of trophism is thigmotrophism. When a plant part shows directional movement in response to the touch of an object, it is called as thigmotrophism. For example, tendrils of a plant climb towards any support which they touch. Now, what is the usefulness of trophic movements? In trophic movements का usefulness क्या है? Trophic movements helps the plant to survive. वो उनके survival में help करते हैं. For example, roots of a plant are positively geotropic, and that is the reason that they will always downward into the earth even if they are planted upside down. Nastis or nastic movements. When the direction of a response in a plant is not determined by the direction of a stimulus, it is called as nastic movements. The nastic movement is not the directional movement of the plant part. In nastic movements, whatever be the direction of a stimulus, all the parts of the plant equally move in the same direction. This type of movement is generally seen in leaves, flowers, petals, etc. Following are the different examples of nastic movements. When we touch the leaves of a sensitive plant like the Mimosa pudica, that is the touch me not plant, they fold. It is due to the stimulus of light that the petals of the dandelion flower open in the morning and closes in the evening. Third example, it is due to the stimulus of light when the petals of moonflower closes in the morning and opens dark in the night. Now, let's talk about plant hormones, or we can also call them as phytohormones. They are responsible for the control and coordination of plants. there are different types of hormones which affect the growth of a plant. Phytohormones are chemical compounds which are released by the stimulated cells. These hormones are diffused around the plant cells. There are different types of phytohormones present in plants. These are auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins and abscisic acid. Auxins. Auxins are the hormones synthesized at the tip of a stem. These help the plant in growth by cell elongation. Gibberellins are hormones that help in the growth of a stem, seed germination, bolting and flowering. Third type of hormone is the cytokinins. Cytokinins are hormones present in the areas of rapid cell division such as fruits and seeds. They also promote the opening of the stomata. Last type of hormone is abscisic acid. Abscisic acid is a hormone that inhibits the growth in various parts. It is also responsible for the closure of stomata. So student, this was all about the coordination in plants. If you have any more doubts, you can go to the following link.